Hello guys, how are we doing? Welcome to the channel. Today's video is a bit of a different one. I don't think I've ever uploaded a GB's video, but this is exactly what that is. Me and my mate Hayden, or HS as his Activision account is, you've probably seen him in a few of my League Play videos, decided to jump on some hard point twos and see how we got on. We've got to admit, I've got to admit, this is pretty much, I think, the second match we had. So we're still learning rotations, we're still learning really how to play, and I've never duoed with him before, so there's probably a few bits and bobs which you're going to be seeing which are a bit botty, but it's a super close game, and as you can probably tell by the title, we're playing the 6th in the EU. We don't give him an easy time. It was best of 3, so essentially first of 2 out of 3 games, and without spoiling it, this is going to be a 2-part video because I didn't want to upload a 30-minute video. This is going to be the first 2 games, and then the actual final game is going to be in the coming up this week in my next video. So starting off, the way it works is they host first map, and last map we host the middle map, and we also got to pick the middle map as well. So I think we went for this. Obviously, this is Castle from World at War. The middle map is East Eagle's Nest. Yeah, Eagle's Nest, that's the one. And then the third one, which we do end up playing, so I know it's a bit of a spoiler for you guys, but we do end up playing the third, is on Demitrov? This is the snow map with the church. Another disclaimer before we get into the video is that this gameplay is a bit cut up. Obviously, being 2v2s, there's a lot of downtime. For example, when you team wipe both of them, there's a few moments where, there's like 20 seconds where you don't see anybody. Just to absolutely shat on that guy mid-map. So yeah, so for example, like this, there's going to be quite a while before they reach out again, although they're pretty close. Setup we've got, my mate Hayden, I think we're both using an AR. I think this is 2 in SGGs, and that's simply due to the fact that this map is so huge. But yeah, before I actually get into a breakdown of the strats and whatnot, if you want to see more GB content like this, make sure you guys support the video as much as you can. Leave a like, drop a comment, just so I know you guys are interested and it's worth my time making the videos, because obviously the whole video, including all 3 games, was like a 40-minute video, so I've had to trim it down quite a bit. These 2 games I managed to trim down to a measly 13-14 minutes. But yeah, so this first game, as I said, we're both using SCGs. We're playing against 6th in EU, so these guys knew what they're doing. I think their record before we played them was 36 and 5, something like 36 and 5. So these guys know what they're doing. Whereas me and Hayden, with a measly 1 game in our back pocket, which we did lose. We lost the first game, which is the first match against the first team. So yeah, we were hoping this was going to be a bit better. I'm close to streaks right here, so I don't know if there's a different life, to be fair. And I'm not sure what you can shoot through. You're going to be seeing, especially in the competitive content, you're going to be seeing a lot of things where we're really not sure how to play the map. And this just comes down to a lack of experience. But I'm hoping to put out, even if I'm not putting out videos, I'm going to be playing more GBs until League Play comes out, because I know you guys, or a lot of my followers, are here for the competitive Call of Duty side of things. So in this hill, there's a nice spot which I actually randomly somehow find. You end up being able to sort of get up on the wall a little bit. It gives you that little bit of a heady. Unfortunately, there's really not much cover in this hill, and with only 2 of you defending it, it leaves you quite exposed. So moving on to the back to P1. So that first set of rotations with 121 to 100 points, so it pretty much 20 seconds ahead. The team member managed thankfully to get the initiation kill for us to get into the hill. Some other guy chokes that, don't know how, and my teammate spawned quite far out. I don't know how the spawns on this. There's one thing I've got to say. The spawns on this map are super dodgy. If you wait till the end of this game, you'll see exactly what I mean. You'll see what I mean. I don't want to spoil it for you, but wait till the end of this game, at least, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So with regards to getting this hill, we're moving on to P3 now. As I said, the video's chopped up quite a bit, which I don't usually do in my raw gameplays. I usually let you guys try and see the whole thing. But I didn't want to long out the video too much. So I thought I'd, So right here, I'm trying to call in streaks. One, it gives us intel on one guy, and it hopefully being able to give us a window to get onto the hill. And I just get god timing right there. Managed to pick up 2. However, in the meantime, my teammate ends up falling, which leaves me on my lonesome over here. And my teammate, thankfully though, my teammate managed to pick up a 2-piece behind them. Moving on to the next hard point is over by this, we've called it shrine, we're not really sure what the call-outs are quite yet. They've got a guy top roof and a guy on the hill. Managed to pick that guy up. Just trying to get out this bloody window. Can't get out. What's happening here? I got right there. I got caught tax sprinting. That was never a smart thing to do, especially as I knew he wasn't on the hill because the logo was white. But hey, it is what it is. So this is quite a nice spot just to see the whole area, unless someone pushes behind you through the castle. I was in a bit of a dumb position here. I'm completely exposed to my right. That's exactly what I died. I would suggest, even if you guys aren't, aren't playing GBs, maybe give it a go. Go on Game Battles. Obviously, I'm not sponsored by them or anything like that, so it's purely just a friendly suggestion. Jump on Game Battles, give it a go. Find a mate. Jump on duos. It's quite fun. Obviously, your score isn't going to be the tip top it's going to be if you guys are new to the competitive side of things, because there are some absolute sweats like these guys on here. Just as I pick up a clean 2-piece, whatever that guy had on that MP40 was nice. But yeah, give it a go. It's worth doing. Definitely, I would 100% recommend it. In the few games we've played, we've improved tremendously. So if you guys are looking to improve in your game, even when it comes to like finding geek spots and nerd spots, definitely it's worth doing. Right, so moving on to the final hard point. As you can see, there's 10 seconds left for us to win. They need 23. And for whatever reason, the gameplay is being super laggy. I think it decides to correct itself shortly. Hope it does. Bear with me. Here we are. It's corrected itself. Teammate managed to pick up a kill, and they've spawned behind us. This is what I was talking about. The spawns. They spawned behind us. We've spawned so far out. We're absolutely fuming. And that, I'm not. Well, it's GG after that. So for whatever reason, I was on the hard point. My teammate was pretty much where I am currently right now. He picks up a kill. Somehow the guy spawns behind me. Explain that one to me. So we end up losing due to completely dodgy spawns, which is really unfortunate considering it was almost a guaranteed win. In hindsight, I was on the close side of the hill. If I was probably on the other side where they spawned, they might not have spawned in. But again, as I say, learning curve. So unfortunately, we don't get the dub there. Although it was a close game, and considering this is our second game on, or second match, or series, we played pretty well against the team top 6 in EU. Now, moving on to the second game, it's going to be on Eagle's Nest, and we get absolutely shredded on the first hill. They just had it on lock, and we really couldn't do much. So we're moving on to the Conservatory Hill right now. That guy struggled to track me flying through the air, understandably. And this is so... a lot of the hills on this map, I mean, there's probably won't... I don't know whether it will be a competitive map. It'll be interesting to see. It's in the GB rotation, so it might end up being a competitive map, but obviously they aren't completely decided just yet. But most of the hard points on this map are completely odd. There are like 300 ways to get into each of them, and then some of them are like completely open. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays in 4v4s. Unfortunately, I don't have a team of 4 to play game battles with. But so, it'll be interesting. So I think we absolutely dominate this hill. Reason being, we get into a good position. We get a kill, we move. They have no idea where we are. And we're just winning our ones, really. We're winning our ones. Smokes on this game are allowed, so... That's a good thing, because currently snipers are also allowed. There he goes, shooting me from where? Look at those beams, baby. This I would give you guys this class setup I've got on my MP40, but I've actually used other setups since then, and I found things that are better. So I won't be doing that. I'll be doing a completely different MP40 setup. But you probably guys don't even need it. If you want to see my optimum MP40 setup, drop a comment down below, and I'll be sure to leave one. I haven't yet, simply due to the fact that so many people are have already put out. If you follow Scum or Attach or any YouTuber of any COD sort, they probably already uploaded an MP40 class setup. So again, it's another super close game. I think with twos, unless you completely stay out on a hard point like they did on the first set of roads, well, first hill, and we did it on the hill before this one, I think it was. Yeah, the one in the lounge. It's real hard to get well ahead of the curve. But we managed to get 4 kills in a row right there, which is absolutely huge because it actually won us spawns for next, which is just outside the lounge window. Now, because my teammate's still far that side of the map, I'm really not sure where they spawned. As I say, this is probably due to not much game time for the devs. But the spawns are super weird on this game so far, from what I've been able to see. Should have read this wraparound to my right. After watching this back in hindsight, I'm thinking, right, that was an obvious route for him to take. But thankfully, my teammate Hayden is there to pick up the pieces that are left behind. So skip forward a bit now. As you can see, with 60 points up, we are super outstanding this. I think by the end of the game, my teammate ends up having 45 or something like that kills. Together we have 70 kills. So we completely outslay them. Yeah, and I actually do even better in the last game. So if this is content you want to see, and you want to see some absolutely dominant content, make sure you guys subscribe, because the series, the next episode essentially of this series is a game you guys do not want to miss. As I say, it's on Demiansk. Demiansk, I think that's how you pronounce it. The snow map with the church. And I go absolutely off. It's my map. It's my map. So moving on to this lounge hardpoint again. We're well ahead. I think we're 50 points ahead. And essentially we're just trying to get... I think the biggest thing here is to get the first kill. When you're playing duos, I don't know whether you guys, how experienced you guys are, but when you're playing duos, the most important thing for you to do is just get that first kill. Because otherwise it leaves your teammate in a 1v2 situation. And even if you guys are both, the whole match is completely evenly skill based, that's something you're going to lose. Unless you slay out. So skipping to the right to the end, we managed to close out the game here. I'll go on a little bit of a wrap round to this. I managed to get the dub. So as you can see, we do well both games. Hayden gets 46 kills, I get 35. We absolutely outslay these guys. And considering these are 6th in the EU, they should be performing better in my humble opinion. But they gave us a good game. GG guys, if you guys, not that you guys probably will be watching. But that's going to do it from me. Leave a like if you want to see the next episode in this series, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.